and welcome to Thai PBS World. We're back for another live update of the situation between Thailand and Cambodia. As we all know, the fighting is still going on along the border of the two countries. And as of this morning, we've been told in the official press conference that over 130,000 people were evacuated from Surin, Si Saket, and Buriram province. The total number of deaths stand at 14, and 7 people are seriously injured. A number of hospitals, 11 to be exact, has been targeted according to the Thai military, and they had to also be evacuated. We have an excerpt of the press conference in English that I would like to show you briefly. So let's take a listen.
The latest figures of casualties are as follows. On the civilians, the affected civilians who passed away as a result of the fighting was 14. The severely injured casualty was 7, moderately injured 13, slightly injured 11, bringing the total of individuals or civilians affected as a result of the fighting to 45. As reported in the media, the Cambodian military attacks have targeted locations such as hospitals, which constitutes a violation of the Geneva Conventions and is considered inhumane conduct. And we strongly condemn such act. Secondly, on the situation reports as of July the 25th, 2025 at 08:30 hours, the Cambodian forces continue to use heavy weapons and long-range weaponry supporting fire to attack the front lines and rear areas, affecting civilians and humanitarian sites such as hospitals. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs is to downgrade diplomatic relations with Cambodia. Secondly, the Ministry of Interior and related agencies are to fully assist civilians affected by the situation. And thirdly, the Ministry of Finance is to consider tax relief measures to support private sector and public impacted by the conflict.
And that's the brief update of the situation from this morning. Also joining me on the live today is Supalak Ganjanakhundee, who is a veteran journalist, and he is in Ubon Ratchathani at the moment. But yesterday, he was in Gantralak district and had to be evacuated. So, Kun Supalak, thank you for joining us on this live. Can you talk us through what you saw yesterday and what you went through?
Hi, Claire. Actually, I'm now moved from the hotspot in Gantralak district of Si Saket province, away something like 70 kilometers from that hotspot to run away from the artillery shell from Cambodia mostly. I will get yesterday I got up in the morning and just finished my breakfast and sipping my morning coffee when I heard the sound of artillery that stations something like 700 meters away from my farm where I live. So at the beginning, it's like an exercise to adjust the artillery. So I began there is several rounds of gunfire. It's harder and harder. So I moved into the bunker with my wife and we stay in that bunker for like nearly 2 hours until this noise of the artillery fires quiet and they remove their hardware equipment out of the area. So I follow them out of that location to try to settle the safe place in that house of the Gantralak district. That's something like more than 20 kilometers away from my original locations. I stay there. When I'm driving passing, I saw like a gas station is under fire. Like asking people in that area, saying that there was artillery bomb land on the 7-Eleven convenience store in that station. So it's burning when I was passing there, and I drive further away to settle like in my relatives' residence, something like 5 kilometers away, and that about 3 p.m. in the afternoon again. Another sound, loud sound of the explosions happened again, and I really realized that it was hit the area in Ban Nam Yen that we call, that near military stronghold, language stronghold, and police for the police in a station nearby. Cambodia tried to fly over that military stronghold, but they is surrounded by the community civilian areas. So that's why I move again in 3 o'clock to the other place further away, like 70 kilometers from there. So now I personally safe and my relatives. Some of my relatives are still in the shelter in Kantalalak district, and they stay overnight last night there. And from last night, I checked the news, and we have a live communication with the communities that are organized by a member of the community in my village. So they will share information. They said that there are fighting exchange, artillery exchange throughout the night last night until early morning, and they expect again in the daytime. Is similar what happened yesterday. So that thing happened. Now Kansalak district is the mostly serious damage.
From your experiences covering the clashes between Thailand and Cambodia and other conflicts along the border of Thailand as well, what have you noticed that are different from what happened in 2011 and what is happening today?
During that time, Cambodia tried to refer the case to the International Court of Justice for the interpretations of the 1962 judgment. Because we have a conflict over the probably have a temple when Cambodia want to register it at the World Heritage, and Thai opposed, and finally Cambodia sought the ICJ interpretation of its previous ruling to say that whether the area adjacent to the temples belong to Cambodia. So that's why at the end, before the court interpretations, there is a conflict, armed conflict in the area. We call that Pumakua. It's also in Kantalalak district. But that time is not so serious compared to this time, because that only one spot and another spot in Tamuan temple in Surin province also. But the other area is safe. But this time, things begin with a minor crash in Ubon Ratchathani, Chongbuk, on the May 20th, and after that we have escalate the tensions along the border, and then we have a kind like retaliation measure, border restriction, border control, so on and so on, and the ban of Thai import and the bans of Thai export over the past month. Let me say, now we are in difficulty because the thing is flare up along the border in 4 provinces, from Ubon Ratchathani, Si Saket, Surin, and Buriram. So we are yesterday and today, we talking. They fire artillery across the border all the time in 4 provinces. Now we have to evacuate over 100,000 people in 4 provinces to the safe area. This is bigger, absolutely bigger compared to one incident in that year in 2011. Only one civilian died in Ban Phum Saron. Yesterday, in one location alone, 8 or 9 people died, civilian. We have only one military. So sorry, I am saying that one military died and 9 civilian died. We cannot compare this anyway, but it's happened. So the scale of the problem is really, really large and excessive. So damage is also even worse than the previous one. And many things happen, but around the same. But this time we put in everything, or many other things into that conflict, including the personal conflict between Hun and Shinawatra families. At that time, we don't have that issue, but now we have this issue also with it.
So if we were to believe that the Cambodians started the fight, what do they actually expect to achieve? What do you think?
Well, it's pretty clear for me that Cambodia want to refer 4 locations, namely the Chongbok in the Emerald Triangle, and 3 Hindu temple, right? Tamuan Thom, Tamuan Tot, and Takabay or Takwai in Thai, to the International Court of Justice. To do that, because Thai did not recognize the jurisdiction of ICJ, so Cambodia has to force Thailand to accept that by making like a serious armed conflict and urge the UNSC, as Prime Minister Hun Manet has done, to intervene by having, well, for me, they will expect the UNSC resolutions to ask or to urge the ICJ to give some advisory, because according to the rule, actually, the ICJ is a UN organ, so the UN has authority to ask that opinion from the ICJ and force Thailand to accept that. So this is for me, it is pretty clear that Cambodia want to use this strategy and want to use armed conflicts for their objective. Sadly, Thailand doesn't have that kind of objective. We just like we say that we are in defensive cause, right? We don't have any clear how to do with that, how to deal with the ICJ, how to have any strategy with the UNSC.
So with the people from your community in the area, going back to your evacuation yesterday, were they aware of what is going on in the international arena in terms of trying to push the issue to the UN Security Council and ICJ?
Well, I think most of the people have no idea about that thing happening in the UN or ICJ. They don't worry or even give it. I mean, they don't mind about what happened international or even what happened between Thailand and Cambodia. They just say like they want to have safety. They want to return their normalcy. They want to put their normal life back. They want to back to their farm, to their village, to getting reunion with their relatives again, their family again. I think only one thing. They pray every morning. I just talk to my relatives. When we will stop? Everything. Anything. When we will stop? Then we will stop fighting to one another. We want to go back home. I think people will be just. Frankly speaking, Thai people along the border and Cambodia on the other side, they are friends, they are relatives. I would say that they are same ethnic, right? Because they speak Khmer language, almost the same. In my place, also many people speak Khmer. They can understand one another. In Bulam, Surin, some part in Bolasitan. So, and like ordinary people, never mind, but the conflict between the state and the government.
Exactly. And we do hope that you stay safe, as well as your families and everyone in the area who are affected by the conflict. Kun Supalak, thank you so much for your insights today and for sharing your experience. I hope you stay safe. Take care. And thank you so much. Thank you
very much. Yeah, bye.
And that was Kun Supalak Ganjanakhundee joining us on the video call from Ubon Ratchathani province, sharing his experiences and what he has encountered yesterday during the armed conflict, which is still going on today. So hopefully everyone is staying safe. Thank you so much for joining Thai PBS World Live today. Do stay updated with us by following our Facebook page. We're also on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, just to keep you updated of the situation in Thailand and Cambodia in English. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next one.